Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the 5 cents United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. What you're doing, and check your change right now. That small, overlooked coin in your drawer could be hiding a massive secret. A secret worth more than your monthly paycheck, your car, or even a year's rent. Yes, I'm talking about a nickel, but not just any nickel. I'm talking about the ultra-rare 1970 Jefferson 5 cents from a proof set. This isn't pocket change. This is jackpot change. Camera zoom in effect on a shiny nickel. Most people glance at their coins and move on. But what if I told you, one tiny detail on this 1970 nickel can mean the difference between 5 cents and enough money to change your life? Imagine selling one coin for $2,700. Now hold that thought. Because there's another version of this same coin that has sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $87,000. Pause for effect, dramatic music. Still not checking your coins? You should be. Let's break it down, but stick with me, because this isn't your average coin talk. This is about serious money, folks. Back in 1970, the U.S. Mint released special proof sets, high-quality collector sets. Most were tossed into collections, forgotten in closets, or passed down without anyone realizing what they had. But in some of these 1970 proof sets, a tiny minting mistake turned an ordinary nickel into a literal gold mine. We're talking about a rare 1970s proof Jefferson nickel, but not just any proof. The one to look for is a variety with a reverse from 1968. That's right, a mismatch. A 1970 coin with a 1968 reverse. How did it happen? Minting error. Human mistake. But now, collectors are fighting tooth and nail to get one. Cut to auction footage or images of rare coin sales. Coin dealers have reported finding these by surprise. One lucky owner pulled it straight out of a proof set they bought for less than $10. It later sold for over $2,700. But wait, another one, in pristine condition, was verified and authenticated by grading experts. That one? It stunned the coin world when it sold for a heart-stopping $87,000. $87,000 for a 5-cent coin. Suspenseful build-up. You don't need to be a collector. You don't need to be an expert. All you need is a 1970 proof set, or just one of these special nickels hiding somewhere in a dusty old drawer or a family box in the attic. If you have one, and it matches the rare reverse design, your life could change today. So here's what to do: check your 1970s proof nickels. Look at the steps on Monticello. Compare it closely to images of the 1968 reverse. And if you're not sure, don't risk it, get it graded by a professional. This coin is no longer a collector's secret, it's America's most wanted nickel. Emotional pitch with FOMO, fear of missing out, asterisk. Think of everything you could do with $87,000. Pay off debt. Buy your dream car. Start a business. Travel the world. Or just tell the story of how you found one of the most valuable nickels in American history. This isn't hype, this is reality. Real coins. Real auctions. Real money. Before you go, hit that like button and share this with someone who has an old coin jar, a collection from their grandparents, or a box of forgotten proof sets. You could be doing them, or yourself, the biggest favor of your life. Subscribe for more insane coin values and hidden treasures in your own home. And remember, asterisk. Top 2. Have you ever looked at a coin and thought, it's just 5 cents? What if I told you that 5 cents could be worth more than a luxury car? What if I told you that a small, forgotten coin in your house could be hiding thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars? This isn't a dream. This is happening right now across America. And it's all because of a very specific, rare coin, the 1986 American 5 cents Jefferson nickel from a proof set. Most people have no idea what they're sitting on. They walk right past treasure every single day. old drawers, dusty closets, inherited coin sets from a grandparent. You might even have one of these proof sets and never thought twice about what's inside. But here's the thing. One coin in that 1986 proof set could literally change your financial situation overnight. This isn't just a story. This is real. These coins are being found. These coins are being sold. And the money involved? It's beyond anything you'd expect for something so small, so common looking, so innocent. Let's rewind for a moment. In 1986, the United States Mint released proof sets, high-quality collector's coins made specifically for numismatists, or coin collectors. These sets were not made for circulation. They were struck using special dies, polished planchets, and slow presses to create a mirror-like finish with incredible detail. They came in sealed cases. They were perfect. Or were they? Because among these flawless proof nickels, a small number were not like the others. Some had tiny errors. Others were struck with such perfection, such high-quality finish and detail, that they surpassed even the strictest grading standards. And some were minted using dies that weren't supposed to be used, leftover or reworked dies from earlier years. These rare characteristics turned a 5-cent coin into a collector's holy grail. And now, years later, these specific 1986 Jefferson nickels are surfacing, and they're making headlines in the coin collecting world. Why? Because the prices people are paying are absolutely insane. Imagine opening an old proof set from 1986, looking at that nickel, and realizing it's one of the rare ones. Not just any rare coin, but one that recently sold at auction for $2,700. Yes, you heard that right. A 5-cent coin. Sold. For $2,700. And that's just the beginning. Because another example of this same 1986 5-cent proof coin, in flawless condition, verified and graded as near perfect, shocked the entire industry when it sold for an unbelievable $79,000. Let me say that again slowly, $79,000 for a coin that most people would never look at twice. Why are people paying so much for it? Because rarity, condition, and historical minting anomalies create value. And when collectors, investors, and dealers find out there are only a few of these coins known to exist, the competition gets fierce. Everyone wants to own a piece of history. Everyone wants to find the next big one. And when money like this is on the line, people will dig through their basements, their garages, their safes, their closets, anything to find one. Right now, across the United States, people are hunting through their old proof sets. They're flipping through coin albums they inherited. They're rushing to coin shops and flea markets. Because this isn't just about collecting anymore. This is about opportunity. This is about wealth, hiding in plain sight. This is about life-changing value disguised as something ordinary. So what should you be looking for? First, you need a 1986 United States proof set, specifically, one that includes the Jefferson nickel. You want to check that coin carefully. Look at the steps on Monticello. Are all 5 steps visible? Is there an unusual level of sharpness in the strike? Is the finish deep and flawless, like a mirror? Do you notice any doubling on the letters or numbers? Any signs of a die variety or minting error? Even if you don't see anything obvious, that doesn't mean you don't have something valuable. Many of these nickels were misidentified or overlooked for decades. Some people even broke apart proof sets and spent the coins without ever knowing their worth. If you're lucky enough to have an untouched set still sealed in its original case, you could be holding something worth thousands. And here's where it gets really exciting. You don't need to be a professional coin dealer. You don't need to have fancy tools or years of experience. All you need is curiosity, awareness, and maybe a little luck. If you find a nickel that looks perfect, or has something different about it, you can send it in to be graded by a professional coin grading service. If it comes back with a top-tier grade, or identified as a rare die variety, you could be looking at a massive payday. This is why coin collectors are obsessed. This is why proof sets from the 1980s are being pulled off shelves and sold at lightning speed. This is why the 1986 5-cent Jefferson nickel is now one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world. And it's not just hype. It's happening. Real people are finding real coins. Real auctions are taking place. Real money is changing hands. And every day that goes by, another person cashes in on a forgotten nickel that turned out to be priceless. So here's what I want you to do. Go find that old proof set. Ask your parents. Ask your grandparents. Check the drawers, the boxes, the storage bins, the hidden corners of your house. And when you find that 1986 proof nickel, take a good look at it. Because what you're holding might not just be a piece of history, it might be worth between $2,700 and $79,000. If you like this video, if you want more life-changing coin finds, secret treasures hiding in your home, and tips that could make you rich, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel. And share this video with anyone who loves hidden money, collector coins, or just the thrill of the hunt. You never know who might have a small fortune sitting in their pocket, without even realizing it. This is not just a nickel. This is not just a coin. This is the 1986 5-cent Jefferson proof nickel. And it could be your ticket to something big. Don't wait. Go check your coins now. Top 3. That might sound like a crazy question, until you hear the true story of the 1978 American 5-cent coin. Because hidden inside certain 1978 US proof sets is a nickel so rare, so valuable, and so wanted by collectors, it's now selling for thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars. Let me say that again. A 5-cent coin, worth as much as a luxury car, a college tuition, or a down payment on a house. And what's even more insane, most people have no idea they even own one. Right now, sitting quietly in homes across America, these 1978 proof nickels are stashed away in dusty drawers, sealed in forgotten cases, or tucked into old family collections, completely unnoticed. People walk past them every single day, never realizing they might be sitting on a hidden fortune. This isn't just about coins. This is about treasure, hiding in plain sight. In 1978, the U.S. Mint released its annual proof sets. These sets included pristine versions of that year's coins struck with special dies, using polished planchets, to create a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp detail. These were never meant for circulation. They were made for collectors. For the serious few who wanted perfection. But in some of these 1978 sets, something incredible happened. A rare combination of flawless strike, unexpected minting variety, and die characteristics gave birth to a handful of nickels that became worth far more than anyone could have imagined. These were not ordinary coins. These were the unicorns of American numismatics. Imagine opening an old proof set you inherited from your grandfather. You glance at the nickel and think, just another Jefferson coin. But then you take a closer look. The steps on Monticello are crisp, full detail. The fields are perfectly mirrored. No scratches. No cloudiness. It looks untouched by time. You send it in to get graded, and it comes back as a high-grade deep cameo. Or even better, one of the ultra-rare varieties known only to elite collectors. Now you're not holding 5 cents anymore. You're holding a piece of treasure. A jackpot in your palm. Collectors are obsessed with the 1978 proof nickel for one reason: money. And not just small change. One verified example of this coin in top condition sold for $2,700. That's 5 cents, turned into a 4-figure payday. But that's just the beginning. Because another specimen, authenticated by a top-tier grading service, with an ultra-rare die mark and flawless surfaces, sent shockwaves through the coin world when it sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $76,000. That's $76,000. For one coin. One tiny coin from a proof set that people threw into a drawer and forgot. And here's what makes this story even crazier. These rare nickels are still out there. They haven't all been found. Collectors are constantly searching for them, online, in estate sales, at flea markets, in inherited coin sets. Because every now and then, one surfaces. And when it does, the bidding war begins. You don't need to be a professional coin expert. You don't need to have a magnifying glass or a lab. All you need is curiosity, And a little luck. If you have a 1978 US proof set, go grab it right now. Take a close look at the Jefferson nickel. Is it perfect? Is the detail unusually sharp? Are there any odd marks or doubling? Does it shine like a mirror when tilted under light? That might be a sign you're holding something incredibly rare. And if you're not sure, send it into a professional grading service. That 5 cents could be worth far more than you ever imagined. It's happening all over the country. Ordinary people are discovering extraordinary value in coins they never thought twice about. Families are uncovering hidden wealth. Collectors are scoring life-changing finds. And all because they looked at their proof coins a little closer. The 1978 Jefferson nickel from a proof set is not just a coin. It's a sleeping giant. A silent jackpot. A modern-day treasure hunt that starts in your own home. Check your coins. Dig out those proof sets. Ask your parents. Look in the attic. Because one of these rare nickels could change your life. And if you find the right one, the value could be anywhere from $2,700 all the way up to $76,000. Before you leave, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who collects coins or has old proof sets, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries and unbelievable cash finds. This isn't fantasy. This is real. And your 5 cents might just be the key to a fortune. Top 4. What if I told you that the most valuable thing in your house right now might not be your phone, your watch, or your car keys, but a coin? A 5-cent coin. And no, I'm not joking. A simple nickel, just 5 cents, could be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. Specifically, the 1974 Jefferson nickel from a United States proof set. This isn't just another coin collector story. This is a real American treasure hunt. And people all across the country are cashing in. Because hiding in those dusty drawers, inherited boxes, and forgotten proof sets are nickels that could be worth more than most people's yearly salary. The year? 1974. The coin? A Jefferson 5-cent piece. It looks like every other nickel at first glance, but the truth is, some of these coins were struck with such perfection, such rare detail, or even slight minting oddities that today, they've become hidden gold. And here's the best part, many of these coins were tucked away in sealed US mint proof sets and never spent. That means your grandparents, your parents, even you might be holding one right now, without even knowing it. Let's rewind a bit. In 1974, the US Mint produced proof sets, beautiful, mirror-like coins struck not once but twice using polished dies for maximum detail. They weren't made for circulation. They were made for collectors. Sealed and sold as part of a yearly release, these sets often ended up in attics, basements, or safety deposit boxes, forgotten for decades. But some of those 1974 nickels? They came out different. Some were struck using reworked dies. Others showed deep cameo contrast that's extremely rare. Some even have doubled dies, a small, almost invisible error that sends collectors into a frenzy. And the most valuable of all? A coin so perfectly preserved and struck, it received a top-grade certification, turning it from pocket change into a collectible worth more than most people's cars. Let's make this real point. One of these rare 1974 proof nickels was recently discovered by a collector going through an old set he inherited from his father. It looked just like every other nickel, until he sent it in for grading. When it came back, the coin was nearly flawless. Deep cameo. Razor-sharp details. A rare die mark no one had noticed before. That nickel sold for over $2,700. Now, that would be enough for most people to jump with excitement. But here's the thing, another version of the same coin, a 1974 Jefferson proof nickel in pristine condition, with ultra-rare strike quality and expert authentication, shocked the numismatic world when it sold for an earth-shaking amount. That one single coin sold for $84,000. That's right, $84,000. For a 5-cent coin, not gold, not silver, just a regular nickel, from a proof set that most people would have never even looked at twice. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your proof set? Do you even know where it is? Maybe it's in a box your grandparents left you. Maybe it's in a plastic case you never bothered opening. Maybe you've had it all along and didn't even realize it. Right now, collectors all over the country are scrambling to find these coins. Dealers are offering big money. Auction houses are listing them. And the clock is ticking, because the number of these rare 1974 nickels left out there is shrinking fast. This is your chance. Grab your proof set from 1974. Look at the nickel closely. Does it have a deep mirror finish? Can you clearly see all the steps on Monticello? Is there an unusual shine? A unique marking? You don't need to be a coin expert, but if anything looks unusual, or the coin appears untouched, send it in for grading. It could be the smartest thing you ever do, because that ordinary-looking nickel could be your key to thousands of dollars. Or tens of thousands. Or, in one incredible case, $84,000. This isn't fantasy. This isn't some far-off dream. This is real. And it's happening to real people who take the time to check that. So don't wait. Check that drawer. Check that box in the garage. Look inside that old collection. And when you find that proof nickel from 1974, treat it like treasure. Because it might be just that one coin. One moment. One decision to look a little closer. That's all it takes. Because the value of the 1974 Jefferson 5-cent proof coin can range anywhere from $2,700 all the way up to $84,000. If you found this video exciting, hit that like button and subscribe for more rare coin finds that could be hiding in your house. Share this video with someone who collects, or someone who might have a few proof sets stashed away. You never know, you could help someone uncover a life-changing find. Thanks for watching, and good luck. The next rare coin discovery could be yours.